Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. I think in this video we just take a look at the shorter time frame, the microstructure, really just what's happening here as a quick intraday update, because in the previous videos we covered the bigger picture. I shared with you the short-term bearish and short-term bullish scenarios, highlighted to you that as long as we are holding the Friday swing low, which was here the 65,800 level, the door to further highs remains open in our ending diagonal pattern here, highlighted in white. And then yesterday in my last update, I shared with you a possible 1-2 setup, which could lead to a third wave to the upside, as long as this B wave low is holding. Okay, and it did hold. And the confirmation level for a breakout, a successful confirmation, was the 70,030 level. And the forecast was, as soon as we do that, we should reach here the mid 70K region. Obviously not in a straight line, even though that looks pretty straight. Pretty direct move up, but yeah, probably we'll see a few ups and downs here along the way. And that's precisely what I want to talk about. This structure from the 5th of March, this is only the short-term chart, so I haven't labeled the entire move to the upside. That's on our longer time frame chart. Here on the 30-minute chart it is, you can see that from the 5th of March low, we had a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside. This is an AB, and now we are moving up in the C wave of wave 3. As you might remember, the confirmation level for the C wave to the upside, that this would start to unfold, was a break above the 70,030 level. And yeah, the perspective was that wave C of 3 should reach the 1.236 extension minimally, because that's the minimum target for a third wave. Ideal target is here the 1.38 extension at 77.8K. Well, again, I can always be wrong about the micro count. You know, I'm not married to this count. It's not a perfect count. It's very messy, a lot of overlapping price action, so potentially difficult to interpret. In this structure here, we have, after we've broken out, we've talked in the previous video already about the idea that we should see it stretch a little higher to the 1.38 extension. In the previous video, Bitcoin had reached the 1.236 extension at 71.6K, but I shared with you that the first ideal target for the third wave is the 1.38 extension at 72,147. That was reached, possibly even higher. And the next level is at 73,040. So I have already added earlier today a support zone here for wave 4. So in case we get a pullback to carry on moving up in the C wave here, we need to hold the orange support zone. Now with the latest high that has occurred after the last video, I can adjust the support zone. And at any point now, I would ideally want to see a fourth wave healthy correction, because it's now in the area where this would happen. We're basically now, we've just broken above the first ideal target for a third wave. So as soon as we see a break below those swing lows here at around 71,335, I'll be watching for the wave 4 to unfold, and it then needs to hold 69,870 to maintain the perspective that we can still get a fifth wave of the C wave of the third wave. Then as soon as this is done, possibly around 76 to 77K, we should get another 4-5. Whereas a break below the 50% Fibonacci level here, a break below the orange support zone, would be a first indication that a top of sorts is already complete and has formed. And we would then be looking at further confirmation for that we are moving down in a larger pullback once we see a break below 67,200. This last swing low. I mean, for further upside, the first indication that the top is in place is a break below support, whereas the invalidation point, the formal invalidation point for this structure, well, that's the wave 2 low. That is the intraday low that occurred here actually overnight, you know, at around 67,200. So that really needs to hold to maintain the upside perspective. Strong market today again. And obviously further upside is possible in the white wave count, which could then even in the fifth wave, take us to 77, maybe even 80K. Just be aware about the the invalidation points and so on, because this is not a clearly impulsive structure. We're dealing here with a lot of overlapping and messy price action, which would indicate that this structure is ending something. And my interpretation would be it's ending this circle wave 3, which would then result in a fourth wave pullback. But ideally before wave 3 finishes, due to that breakout, we have a few more upside squiggles to complete before this circle wave 3 is done. So that's just a quick intraday update. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.